we're going to get started. My name's Kyler.
My name is Alyssa.
And we're going to start with the basics. We're going to do sort of a big video where we just go through everything you need to know. So we'll hopefully get you as fast as we can to feeling confident dancing. So long video this one, but buckle up. Let's get the leaders. That's normally the guy, if you're not sure, facing this way and follows facing their leader. We're going to start with closed position. So here we go. Leader's right hand is going to go under the arm on the shoulder blade area.
Okay, followers, your left hand is going to go on the leader's shoulder.
And our other hands are just going to hold. And this one's real simple. We're just going to go left and right. So starting with the leader's left and right. Left and right. We're just stepping left, right, or 1, 2, 1, 2. 1, 2, 1, 2. So hopefully not too bad. We can also add a slow drift to the leader's right, so I can steer us. And we can slowly revolve around each other. And you can look at each other too. You don't have to be all shy. You can fall in love, etc. All right, we're gonna keep it pretty quick. That's closed position. When we're done with that, let's get the leaders facing this way again. So let's get ready to start a dance or just take it easy, something slow and simple. We're gonna slide apart and hold both hands. Now, normally the leader's hands are on the bottom, the follower's hands are on top. And what's most important here is we're not grabbing. So I'm not squeezing with my thumbs or my palms, and neither is Alyssa. And Alyssa has a bit of a curl in her fingers, as you can see. I also curl my fingers forward. I come in from the side, and then we let these hang down. And when we pull, we don't need to grab because we have these fingers hooked in each other. So that's kind of our rough connection here. It's just a loose fingertips curled forward situation. All right, we're going pretty fast here, but we'll keep going. So we're gonna stagger the feet, one in front of the other. I like to have leaders left foot, followers right foot, but it's not critical. So we're gonna do a drill, kind of teach the followers how to be a follower a little bit here. So to start, we're both gonna take our weight back away from each other. So we should feel a bit of a stretch here in the arms. And to the extent that if I let go, Alyssa's going to stumble back just a little bit or a lot. Just make sure you're not tilting and you're not like poking out your butt. So we're still vertical. Okay, so we're in this stretch position. This part's not too bad. We're going to spend a lot of time here. I'm going to bring us together, and the followers have some very important instructions.
All right, followers, this is when the concept of frame comes in. So when the leader brings you forward, I want you to try and keep your arms in the same position. Okay, so we want to push into the leader's hands and keep our arms slightly bent.
So what we're not doing for the followers is bending the arms like this. This is really common. We can't do that. So exact same angle, and I'm going to switch us from apart and together. So apart, together. When we're together, we're pushing away from each other. When we're apart, we're stretching away from each other. So just get used to this concept, play with moving, and the leaders are the ones steering here. Moving between these positions, followers really stiff in those arms. They're not locked straight, but they're almost straight, and then they're locked in that position for now. And we're actually gonna add some timing. We're gonna do this all together. So we're gonna do a 2-beat stretch and a 2-beat together. So it'll sound like apart and together and apart and together. So starting with apart, I'll count you in. 5, 6, 7, 8, apart and together, and apart and together, and apart and together. All right. One note for the leaders, what we don't want to do for the leaders is just totally stay where we are. You can, but it's going to be a little bit better if we actually switch from the apart, my weight's on my back foot here, and in the together, I shift forward to my front foot. So this way we're both moving and just rocking between the back foot and the front foot. Mostly it just looks better for the leaders. It's not really critical, other than it looks decent. All right, one more time, I'll count you in. Apart and together and apart and together. 5, 6, 7, 8. Apart and together and apart and together and apart and together. All right, so hopefully you get the idea here of what's going on. We're actually going to give a little bit of a test for the followers. No pressure, Alyssa. The followers tend to want to help here. And obviously, after the apart, there's the together. So they just kind of do it for us. So we want to train that out of them because it's just a little bit, it's not as good. Followers, your job is to turn your brain off and just think frame. Think tight arms and let the leader move you. It's not your problem to know when to move. So at some point, leaders, we're going to stop. So we're dancing, we're doing this, and without telling them, I'm going to leave them either in a part or I'm going to leave them here together. Followers' goal is to stay patiently wherever I put them. So if we stop here, they're still pushing. If we stop here, they're still pulling. This is quite difficult, but I'm going to count you in, and I want you, don't tell your follower the plan. Try several stops, and followers, just think frame and be patient. So here we go. 5, 6, 7. Good luck on your own time. Try a few times. All right, we're going to move on. I like that drill a lot. I think it really helps learn the dance. Okay, so that's kind of part one of open position. So we started in closed, we went to open, and then we're gonna do a lot more stuff in open position. So what we're gonna do next looks like this. We're gonna switch places, stretch, switch places. How we do that, again, leaders should be facing this way. We start in our stretch position with our staggered feet. Now, when I bring the follower towards me, I'm not gonna stay in their way like I did before. Instead, I'm gonna move left and I'm gonna move forward. So we start in our stretch, I move left and forward, and we just walk past each other and hopefully make it to the other side. So give that a shot, see what happens. We'll finish in this orientation. And we'll try it on the way back. So stretch and pass and. So it's 4 beats. Let's try it again. 5, 6, 7, 8. Stretch and pass. And we'll give it another shot. 5, 6, 7, 8. Stretch and pass. One tip, if it helps, during the pass, you generally want to bring your arms apart, and the leaders are the ones doing that. So during the pass, I go wide and then together. Wide and then together. Let's try 2 in a row. So stretch and pass and stretch and pass and. Here we go. 5, 6, 7, 8. Stretch and pass and stretch and pass and. All right. 2 more, because reps are very important. It helps here. 5, 6, 7, 8. Stretch and pass and stretch and pass. And we're just walking past each other. Let's not panic about the footwork for now. Okay, what we're going to do now is combine the first move we learned there and this move. So we're going to go stretch together like this, and then stretch pass. All right, let's give it a shot. Stretch together, stretch pass. 5, 6, 7, 8. Stretch together, stretch, pass. All right, same thing again. 5, 6, 7, 8. Stretch together, stretch, pass. Now that whole thing twice. So stretch together, stretch, pass twice. Here we go. 5, 6, 7, 8. Stretch together, stretch, pass. Stretch together, stretch, pass. Hey, what's up guys? If you're enjoying this video, just so you know, I built a whole online program with a lot more stuff like this. So there's more moves, there's timing, there's footwork, there's a whole cheat sheet. So if this feels like your kind of thing, would recommend checking that out. There's a link in the description of this video. Should be on sale right now. So recommend checking that out. All right, hopefully that's going decent. What we're gonna do now is another test for the followers. We're not gonna tell them the order. So leaders, you're gonna choose the order. We're just gonna do the 2 moves. So either stretch together, stretch pass, or stretch pass, stretch together. Basically, you determine which one happens first. Don't tell your follower. All right, I'm gonna count you in. Hopefully you have a plan. Either stretch together or stretch pass to start. Here we go. 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. So I did the normal order, but hopefully you did whatever you wanted to do. Same thing. Leaders, you're gonna choose the order, but we're gonna do 4 moves here. So 4 moves each time you're choosing leaders. If you're doing stretch together or stretch pass. And don't tell the follower. Followers, you don't have to read his mind. Just play dumb and move where you're being put. All right, here we go. Leaders choosing their order for 4 moves. 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. All right, we're going to keep moving on. We'll switch places here. So let's get the leaders facing this way. We're going to introduce the concept of spins. Spins are a lot of fun. So we'll start with just stationary spins. So the leaders are facing this way. Now it's more common to spin with the leader's left hand. So we're going to release the leader's right hand. So I just have the leader's left hand. I'm going to lift the leader's left hand up to around the height of the follower's head here. And remember, we're not grabbing. It's just a loose fingertip connection here. So make sure, leaders, you're not too far away. You want to be somewhat close to the follower. Now for a regular inside spin, I'm going to go across the body and around the head. So it'll look like this: across, around the head, and then lower my hand. So let's try that together if you haven't. Left hand up, across and around, across, around, and down. Hopefully the follower does a turn underneath. Let's do one more rep. Left hand up. I'm going to count you in. We'll make it 2 beats. 5, 6, 7, 8, 1, 2. Now, common mistakes for the follower.
Okay, followers, we want to make sure that we are not absorbing the connection like this. Okay, so we want to push into leader's hands and keep our arms strong.
So it feels weird, but as I'm pushing across, you're fighting it. And that connects your hand to your body so that everything moves as one unit as opposed to separate. So be strong, followers, and use the hand to help you turn. For the leaders, common mistake is I don't actually make a big circle. I just kind of put my hand up and then I just let the follower do it on their own. And that's not a good strategy. So leaders, make sure you're close enough and you're drawing an actual circle around the head so it's somewhat obvious. And we're not up here. We're not turning up here. Okay, you don't have to go that high. Okay, let's try this again. I'm going to this time start not from up across, but I'm just going to go down left, up right. So it's just one fluid motion around and down. So let's give that a shot. 2 beats, starting from down left. 5, 6, 7, 8, inside, turn. One more. 5, 6, 7, 8, inside, turn. All right. Now, if you want, we can also do a double turn. I'm simply going to draw 2 circles instead of 1. It's optional, but it'll look like this. 1 circle, 2 circle, then I lower my hand. So that'll be 4 beats, 2 beats per turn. Here we go. 5, 6, 7, 8, 1 circle, 2 circle, and lower your hand when you're done. Let's do one more double turn. They're kind of fun. 5, 6, 7, 8, 1 circle, 2 circle, and down. All right. What we're going to do now is we're going to add this inside turn to our previous moves. So we're going to combine the pass and the turn. It'll look like this. We do a turn and a pass. So it's very similar to the second move we learned there in open position. So the stretch and pass. So let's do stretch and pass twice to remind ourselves. So stretch, pass, just like before with both hands. Twice. 5, 6, 7, 8, stretch and pass and stretch and pass. Now in case that was confusing, let's do that one more time. Stretch and pass twice. 5, 6, 7, 8, stretch and pass and stretch and pass. Okay, so this time it's very similar. The start, stretch, and during the pass, I want to think left hand around the head, just like we learned just now for the turn. So it'll look like this. In fact, we're going to switch places so it's a little easier to follow. Let's get the leaders facing this way. All right, it'll look like this. Stretch, left hand around the head. Let's try that together. Followers are turning to their left. 5, 6, 7, 8, stretch, left hand around the head. And on the way back, 5, 6, 7, 8, stretch, left hand around the head. Make sure you're getting the elbow high there. Let's do it again. 5, 6, 7, 8. Stretch. Left hand around the head. Last note is make sure leaders you're reaching across the head. Like I'm reaching in front of the follower, not behind the follower. So just the direction we learned before. Stretch in front of the head. Hopefully that's working for you. Okay, last time, stretch, left hand around the head. 5, 6, 7, 8. Stretch, left hand around the head, and we just go into a stretch. Now at the end, usually we just end up with the one hand instead of both. You can offer and try to get both, but you don't need to. You can just finish with the one hand. Okay, so let's try those first 3 moves all together. So we're gonna go in the order we learned them. Stretch together, stretch pass, stretch turn. Here we go. 5, 6, 7, 8. Stretch together, stretch, pass, stretch, turn. And again, same thing. 5, 6, 7, 8. Stretch together, stretch, pass, stretch, turn. And final time through, because this one is kind of useful. 5, 6, 7, 8. Stretch together, stretch, pass, stretch, turn. All right, great. Now, a little bit of theory real quick. Normally for the inside turn, the follower starts with their right foot back and they do 3 steps. So they would go left, right, left, finishing with their left foot back, so their other foot back. This is normally happening naturally, so if you dance enough, you'll just naturally start stepping this way most likely. But the point is, it's a little weird for me to ask them to do an inside turn twice, because after the first one, they're set up differently, and it's going to be weird. It'll work, but it's a little awkward for the follower's footwork. So instead of asking them to do a turn and then another turn, I'm going to do a turn on the second time. So after the first turn, they're on the other foot, I'm going to do a turn. So for my turn, it'll look like this, just a demo. How that works is my right hand's available, so I'm going to get it out of the way. I'm going to put it up somewhere like this for now, just to get it out of the way. We're stretching. When I come together, I'm going to turn left through this hand. So I'm going to think, go forward, turn left. It'll look like this, stretch, forward, turn left, catch on the other side. Let's try that together. So leaders were facing this way, followers back on the left foot, I'm back on the right foot. We're going to go stretch, forward, turn left. 5, 6, 7, 8. Stretch, forward, turn left, catch. I generally catch on top, but if you catch on the bottom, that's fine. Basically, I'm just catching my left hand. And I wanted to show you that slower motion. Actually, we'll do that. Yeah, we'll do that from here. So just to make sure everyone's got it, for the leader turn, we're just going to do this part by part. So we're all in the stretch position. We come forward just a little, quarter turn. We're going to get to this point and just rotate so you can see the screen, where my left hand is running into my ribs here. And then I continue turning left and I just let go, catch on the other side. So it's just forward, turn left, and let that hand slip across my back. So let's try that again. Leader turn. It's 4 beats just like the other moves. Stretch, forward, turn left. 5, 6, 7, 8. Stretch, forward, turn left, catch. Now, usually the follower's back on the right foot again. So we're ready to do the inside turn for the follower. So this is kind of a loop. So we're going to do follower turn and then stop. Okay, follower turn, then stop. 5, 6, 7, 8. Stretch, left hand around the head, stop. Now leader turn and then stop. 5, 6, 7, 8. Stretch, leader turn, stop. Now follower turn. 5, 6, 7, 8. Stretch, follower turn, stop. And leader turn. 5, 6, 7, 8. Stretch, leader turn, stop. Now we're going to try removing the stops. So we're just going to go stretch, follower turn, stretch, leader turn. 5, 6, 7, 8. Stretch, follower turn, stretch, leader turn, stretch. And again. 5, 6, 7, 8. Stretch, follower turn, stretch, leader turn, stretch. And third time's the charm. Here we go. 5, 6, 7, 8, stretch. Follower turn, stretch. Leader turn, stretch. Okay, hopefully that's going all right. You can always rewind if you need. What we're going to do now is we're going to do all 4 moves that we've learned. So in the order we learned them, stretch together, stretch pass, stretch they turn, stretch I turn. Here we go. 5, 6, 7, 8. Stretch together, stretch, pass, stretch, they turn, stretch, I turn. And again, same thing, we're just starting this way. Starting with stretch together. 5, 6, 7, 8. Stretch together, stretch, pass, stretch, they turn, stretch, I turn, stretch. And like I say, 3rd time's a charm. Build the muscle memory. Here we go again. 5, 6, 7, 8. Stretch together, stretch, pass, stretch, they turn, stretch, I turn, stretch. Now, last thing to emphasize is these last 2 moves, these turns where they turn, I turn, we can keep doing that forever. So let's try that. We're going to go stretch, follower turn, leader turn, follower turn, leader turn, follower turn, leader turn. So let's try to each do 3 turns. Okay, starting with the follower turn. 5, 6, 7, 8, stretch, follower turn, stretch, leader turn, stretch, follower turn, stretch, leader turn, stretch, follower turn, stretch, leader turn, stretch. Now, normally, you'll actually end up at random angles. So we started sort of doing that there, but it's totally normal to do a sort of a star pattern, and we end up at all sorts of random angles here as we move around. So don't panic about that. In the lesson, I like to keep it in a line. It's a little easier to follow, but in real life, don't worry about the angle. Whatever angle happens, happens. Okay, so that's the first 4 moves of open position here. Last thing we're going to do, very important, is a dip. So we're going to actually spin into the dip. So it'll look like this. We're going to spin, dip. And we're going to go through that slow. We're going to go quarter turn at a time. So let's get the follower back on the right foot and the leader's facing this way. So the setup is just like the inside turn, stretch, follower, turn. But we're going to go quarter turn at a time. So let's quarter turn and have the follower do a quarter turn so they're facing away from the screen, probably. We do another quarter turn. They're facing the same way I'm facing. Now at this point, my right hand is available. I'm going to have it contact the back here. I would recommend left side around the shoulder blade, but a bit lower. Now that's going to cue Alyssa to do something.
Okay, followers, when the leader puts their hand on your back, that's a cue for you to bring your left arm up. Because if you don't, it's going to get stuck.
See, it gets pinned here.
Okay, so bring it up and over top.
Great, we were here. So with the follower's left elbow up, we do another quarter turn and another quarter turn, and we end up here. So we end up in closed position, kind of like we started this lesson. Okay, let's reset. Let's try that again with the quarter turns. So starting leaders this way, we're all in our stretch position. I do a quarter turn, and at this point, I'm already starting to reach with my right hand. It's already almost on the back. Another quarter turn, followers lifting that left arm. Another quarter turn, that arm comes over top, as you can see. And another quarter turn, and now I just have my hand on their back, and we're facing opposite directions. One more time, I want to do that with no stops this time. So it'll be turn, grab the back, and we end up where we were there. And we're going to start with stretch. So stretch, turn, grab the back. 5, 6, 7, 8, stretch, turn, grab the back, make sure that arm comes over top like Alyssa's did, and we're here. Now here, we're going to keep turning. We can try to turn to our left a little bit farther. And we can't go very far because everything's going to run into each other. But I want to get really tight like this. Now we're ready for the actual dip. So leaders, I'm going to stagger my feet, be strong and athletic in my position. No gap between us. I'm kind of pulling us close. And I still have this hand. And I'm going to initiate this dip. Now it's very important, Alyssa, what are you worrying about?
Okay, followers, before we go into the dip, super important that we hold some of our weight, and we can do that by bending one of our legs. I usually do my right.
So watch Alyssa bend her right leg as we go down. That helps carry the load. Alyssa's saying, you don't have to just carry my whole weight, I'm gonna help. So if you want to try that together, I'm supporting, I have a strong, my feet are wide, and I do a little dip, and Alyssa is holding the rest with her legs. Okay, let's try that with the stops again, but all the way through the dip. So quarter turn at a time, first quarter turn, second quarter turn, my hand's on the back, their left arm is up, another quarter turn, and a little bit farther, and make sure you have a strong stance, dip, and up. All right, without the pauses this time, so it'll be stretch, turn, grab the back, dip. 5, 6, 7, 8, stretch, turn, grab the back, dip. And again, 5, 6, 7, 8, stretch, turn, grab the back, dip. All right. Last time through on this move, 5, 6, 7, 8, stretch, turn, grab the back, dip. Just make sure you keep spinning. The common mistake when it does happen is the follower stops early. And if I grab the far side of the back, she's not going to have any space to keep going. So leaders, just make sure you grab the left side of their back so they have enough space to keep spinning. And we're dipping left, not right. Okay, we're going to do all 5 open position moves now. So stretch together, stretch pass, stretch they turn, stretch I turn, stretch, turn, grab the back dip. So in the order we learned them. Here we go. 5, 6, 7, 8. Stretch together, stretch, pass, stretch. They turn, stretch. I turn, stretch, turn, grab the back, dip. All right, same thing, 5 moves. Here we go. 5, 6, 7, 8. Stretch together, stretch, pass, stretch. They turn, stretch. I turn, stretch, turn, grab the back, dip. All right, so that concludes our crash course of the basics. Basically, these are all moves you can use when you're trying to think of other moves to do. So a lot of people have different systems. Some people love certain moves more than others. So if you really love this move, you can just do this till you think of something else. Or you can do the passes until you think of something else. Or you can do a mix of both, the together and the pass. Or, really common, this is the most common, is to take turns doing the turns just until you think of something else. And we'll teach you other stuff after this. And you can also mix between these. So the point is, no pressure, just play around with these till they're muscle memory, and you'll have basics that you can play with and feel confident at least moving. Worst case, if all else fails, remember you can do this closed position left and right, which is the least intimidating option, I believe. So there's more moves, there's timing, there's footwork, there's a whole cheat sheet. So if this feels like your kind of thing, would recommend checking that out. There's a link in the description of this video. Should be on sale right now. So recommend checking that out.